Hi everybody, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well. So in this video,
it's going to be an extremely hot take for my Pilates girls. I've seen a lot of commentary surrounding Pilates and proximity to whiteness, as well as disrupting the Pilates space in order to create more diversity and inclusivity. As someone whose entire purpose of my business, my brand goals is about providing accessible and affordable Pilates to a diverse demographic of women. That is what I started all of this on. So let's talk about it. What are some words that you think about when you think of like a really nice designer brand? I think of legacy, think about craftsmanship. I know a lot of the products are probably like handmade. People check them over and over again to make sure the quality is there, okay? The design is there. And that's why we pay top dollar, we pay our top coins for these designer items, right? Like you would never walk into Bottega and be like, where is the diversity? Where's the accessibility? Babe, there is no accessibility. This is Bottega, okay? I want you to think the same way about Pilates. And I know a lot of us who've just gotten into this, or maybe we're new instructors, we haven't been trained. Pilates is a legacy, okay? People have worked generations to preserve this method of exercise. To even just training an instructor classically through a good program takes 500 hours minimum, okay? Nothing about Pilates is giving cheap. That's why things like Legree and Solid Core are more successful, right? They took away a little bit of the craftsmanship of the reformer and turned it into a megaformer. Now they're a little bit less experience in training out of instructors. That's okay because now more people can do it, all right? And just to be clear, I am all for the accessibility of Pilates. But I do want some of the Pilates newbies to think a little bit more critically before we come on here talking about, okay.
now when I saw the video, I knew the face, but I wasn't sure where I knew her from. Gathering the responses and reactions from people, somebody mentioned that she was on Love is Blind, and then it clicked. Everybody was supporting her at the time. I don't know if you remember. If I get a picture of them, I'm going to insert it. This has got people coming for her, right? They are saying she's giving mean girl energy, she's giving mean girl vibes. People are coming for her because of what she said. Now, let me know what you think about what she said first, and let's get into what people had to say.
Do you think you're one of them? Didn't SK already show us the approximate distance between you and them? I thought that by this point we were already well informed that Raven, you are not one of them. For those who don't know, Love is Blind's Raven has gone on a rant about Pilates in relation to diversity and how basically it was never meant to be diverse. But because during Raven's video, she actually said that we should think critically. So, to honor what we've been told, using your own school of logic, I'm not even going to incorporate the fact that Pilates was not created to be a luxury. It was made in jail for people who ain't having a lot of money. We're not even going to go into all of that stuff. It doesn't matter. I'm going to roll with your train of thought. And if your train of thought holds that a luxurious experience is defined in part by its lack of diversity, and that is what propels its exclusivity, and I were a person who were looking for a luxurious experience that is again in part defined by its lack of diversity, which would then make it more exclusive, why would I book that experience with you? You're the diversity. Like, what are you actually trying to tell us? Does this mean your classes are half off or something? Because if the diversity is what makes this experience less luxurious, why would I experience it with you? You're not one of them. Does this mean you're having a sale or something? Your classes can't cost as much? What am I to do with this information?
I I don't know, a lot of these Pilates instructors are giving very much mean girl, okay? Because the first conversation was, if your back is as big as a Buick, you shouldn't be doing Pilates, which I was really confused because I thought Pilates was for fitness, to get that body right? Okay. Now, Pilates by Raven is basically saying Pilates is not accessible for all. She compared it to Bottega. Would you go into a Bottega shop and say, oh, this should be affordable for everyone? It should be. Y'all paying triple the price for something that's $10. But anywho, it was giving very much, if you go to Pilates and you see black or brown woman, it's not giving luxury. It's giving very much low class. That's what I got from it. If I'm reading something wrong, you let me know. But that whole post was giving very much classes and no ranges, if you know what I mean. Like, it's giving very much that. I don't like it. Pilates just seemed like a big ball of bully.
I found you on Love is Blind, and I immediately started following you once you started posting your workouts online for free. I'm pretty sure this was like 2 summers ago. She used to do lives, and she would, have us work out with her, and it was so much fun. And I would always like post my workouts and tag her, and she would never post my stories. She would never repost my stories because like I wasn't that cute, I guess, compared to like all the other people that were white. And that sucked. And I went on, and because I was still following her, I decided to purchase like one of her like 7-week Pilates, maybe it was like a 28-day Pilates challenge, right? And her courses are like, I'm not gonna talk about it, okay? Putting a barrier to entry is not making things accessible. My all-time favorites, Miss Vicky Galindo. She is a silver Olympian. Back when softball was a thing in the Olympic sports, she played for USA, and I was so lucky to have her as a Pilates instructor. It was just a community college course named Pilates, and she would just teach Pilates like it was a Pilates class. So super affordable, people of all ages and all sizes were there, and there were so many modifications that we could do depending on, like, I have an anterior pelvic tilt and like super weak core, so she helped me out with that. She was so wonderful to be around. I could go after class to talk to her. She was just an amazing, I aspire to be as happy as this woman. She still smiles that big, okay? Anyways, and my second favorite teacher is Move with Nicole. She's so sweet, so amazing. All of her classes are free, like all of her workouts are free, and you can choose which part of your body you want to work on. Like, do you want to do arms and core? Do you just want to do legs? Do you want to do a morning yoga thing? Like, she has all the flows for you and all the modifications. And I just think it's wild that like Raven wants to come on, and one, you've already made it very clear to me that you try to control the narrative of what Pilates looks like. Why do you do that? Just because you're rich and you can afford to have this amazing lifestyle where you have the amazing hair, amazing skin, amazing everything, like, just because you can do it doesn't mean that all your students have to do it too, especially when you have hundreds of thousands of people trying to like work out with you. It's ridiculous to me. There's a difference between setting a high bar for entry when it comes to like performing because you're like a star now versus being a teacher and educating. Like, I don't understand teachers that have an ego. That's like the problem with social media these days. Like, everyone that wants to be a little bit famous, they get a little famous and then they start like upcharging the things that they should be giving for free, in my opinion. Obviously people want to come online and talk about like, oh no, like, I don't even know. It's just ridiculous. Anything that anyone can teach you, you can find somewhere else for free. I promise you that.
It's true what they say. If you let somebody talk long enough, they will shoot themselves in the foot. And I fear that's what Pilates Body Raven just did. Like, I don't surprise easily, but I am rather surprised that she would say something like that. She's discussing inclusivity and diversity in the Pilates space and comparing it to Bottega. At this point, I'm just waiting to see if her follower count starts to drop, because she may have just lost a lot of Black women. So if you haven't seen what she said, go check it out. I saw somebody else responding to it and made me go look, and wow.
Here's my thing. If you're going to get on this app with a hot take, and that take has something to do with race, scratch that, any take, any hot take, and then you want to go and post some silly little bean salad video with the trending sound right after, just be prepared to stand on what you said. Deleting the post was crazy. I was in the middle of my comment too. Hot take means either you knew it was controversial or you were like, this is a hot take, but everyone's gonna agree with me. I don't know which way you thought it was gonna go, but it just didn't hit. It didn't hit, and the girls were letting you know that in the comments with actual facts, actual education. You should have been quick to get back on here and say, I said that, I misspoke, or stand on it.
Or maybe we're new instructors, we haven't been trained. Pilates is a legacy.
It was literally created in a prison. It was created in a prison cell by a man who was a circus performer. He was also a boxer as well, but he was a circus performer. That's who Pilates was created by. Joseph Pilates. Y'all want to get on here so bad and change what Pilates is, what it's supposed to be, who can do it, who cannot do it. No. The history where it started makes it to where you can't do that. Pilates was always supposed to be diverse. It was created in prison. It was created in prison. I keep reiterating that because you guys keep thinking that Pilates is this high-end thing. It's really not. It's really not. It's not. Capitalism is the reason why you guys get to play in people's face when it comes to this conversation about Pilates. Pilates is not the creme de la creme of working out. It's not. It's not.
Body by Raven, loved her, love her, love her, loved her, love is blind thing. But she's speaking on Pilates and the diversity. So now that we have the information, you have to ask yourself, why as a Black woman do you still want to be in spaces that you want to occupy spaces that don't reflect us and they're not welcoming there? And same for me. I'm asking myself, why would I ever return to Tracy Anderson? Wait, but Tracy Anderson does have Black instructors and the front desk is very warm. But you have to ask yourself, what I left Pilates and I'm at Solid Core simply because the body diversity. And two, Solid Core has so much more Black, male, people of color instructors. You have to ask yourself, why do you want this hot Pilates body? And why do you as a Black girl want to be in these spaces? Remember, Black women can participate in white supremacy too.
Please do not piss me off with this whole Pilates situation. This is stupid. First of all, the world is really tense right now. We don't need any other thing to be divisive right now. Girl, read the room, okay? And a physical activity and exercise or workout class should not be exclusive or lack diversity. What are we talking about? As somebody who has worked in marketing and advertising for years, things are pushed and marketed to certain people because they want to leave a certain group of people out. Usually Black. Hello? As a Black woman, do you not know that? Have you not seen that? As somebody also who's played tennis since I was freaking 8 years old and was always the only Black girl in the room, yeah. Things should not be, a physical activity should never separate people. It should never be exclusive. It should never be divisive. Pilates, as someone who's done Pilates for a while now, I could not tell you why it's as expensive as it is. Couldn't give you not one single reason.
Yeah. To be honest, I've said it so many times on this channel. Just yesterday I said it. And the day before I said it. And I'm still going to say it today as well. It's social media. Okay? Sometimes I believe that people forget themselves, although the likes of the Charlie Kirk and so on, that's what they believe in. But then sometimes people forget where they are and they forget who they are talking to and they forget the impact and magnitude of social media. You can take a camera and you can film yourself, but before you post it, ask yourself questions. How are people going to relate to this? Do you understand? And I know a lot of people will be like, oh, I don't care, it's just my opinion and so on and so forth. Yeah, that can be your opinion. But always remember that other people will have an opinion about your opinion. That is what this is all about. It can be your opinion and you're right to have an opinion. People will also have opinions about your opinion. And it might even cost you your job. It might cost you your livelihood. Do you understand? Because if it doesn't sit well with people and now people are looking at you in a different light, oh, okay, is that how you feel? Is that how you carry yourself in the world? oh, so we were supporting you and this is how you feel about this whole situation. Okay, now they are looking at you in a different light. Now you're coming across as a different person. Maybe that's not the kind of person you are. Maybe you're just trying to explain something. Maybe your understanding is different from theirs, but then it's coming across differently to other people, right? And so all I'm going to say about this is be very careful of what you're putting out there. I'm not saying don't have an opinion, don't have a take, and so on and so forth. But if you're going to post something that you have to delete in the future because you are not sure, please don't post it. Keep it to yourself. Although I agree that, it's nice to hear all these people and how they actually feel and think and so on and so forth. At the end of the day, nobody is forcing you to make that video. You can talk about so many other things. But the moment you put a camera to your face, you talk about it, you post it, it's already gone. She deleted the video, but other people had already saved it. Because they were all like, oh, okay, is that what you're thinking? Is that how you actually feel? You understand? And that's why they knew that people will come. People will come with their opinions about. So the moment she deleted it, people are asking, where's the video? Bam, it's back on the internet. Right? So that's all I'm going to say. That's the lesson. Be mindful of what you're putting out there. I'm going to leave it here. You leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments, and I'll see you again in another video. Take care of yourselves and one another. Bye.